Hello. Is the thing on? Looks like it's on. Welcome. Welcome everyone. By which I mean no one. The usual thing. How are you? It's been too long. It's been too long. It's been like a week, maybe? Something like that. But here we go. I will send out the stream announcement. I'm going to be playing some Agricola because I love Agricola. And I love streaming. And I love you, dear viewer. Thank you so much for being here, probably on the VOD. Let me. What was I doing? Telling people that I'm doing this. I haven't done this in so long. I can't even remember what I'm doing, to be honest. So I would say that I'm sorry that I haven't streamed for a bit, but I'm really not because I had like a really lovely weekend, truly lovely weekend. Um, I was in Oslo with my wife for an anniversary weekend, and it was spectacular. Turns out you can ski near Oslo. You can get a cruise on the fjord. You can go to a beautiful museum and see lots of lovely art. It was great. It was really nice. And it's only about 2 hours away from London, so very, very pleasing indeed. Um, but I haven't completely been neglecting neglecting you lovely folks who watch this thing. Um, this stream is called Road to Random Walk to 550, and um, as of the last stream, I think I was rated 531. So maybe one or two wins away from getting to 550. And obviously that's very worrying and scary because, it's a little bit too close, really. Where's the drama when I make it? So I decided that what I should do in order to fix that was to come forth in a couple of games in a row. So that's what I did. That's what I did while I've not been streaming. I I came fourth in a couple of games in a row. But I can't show you anything about it because the game's already popped. So there we are. I would love to tell you how I came fourth with 50 points. But I can't. So there we are. All right, what's going on here? We're playing Bog, friend of the stream Bog. We're playing Posty, who we know. We're playing Bubble Cat, who we don't. And we're in the third seat. So let's do this thing. What have we got? Pretty good pack, this. A whole variety of Ox I quite like. We have a plough maker and a thresher and a den builder and a lazy bones and a gardening header fish and a trap builder. A whole variety of things that can do useful stuff. And of the miners, we have, again, a fairly nice pack. Melon Patch is pretty nice. Slurry is obviously pretty dang nice. Having two tabs open, which confuses me, is not so nice. Trident's pretty good. What am I taking here? Gotta be Slurry with gardening head official in the game. Hi, Thrall. That's a very good point. Yes, Slurry gives you the round 15 so. Bit sad not to take Melon Patch, but on the other hand, there is a plough helper here. Thanks, Thrall. Yeah, it's nice to be back. I will take the Slurry. Slurry is a very good card. Of these miners, not miners, of these Ox, I mean, there's a trap builder, which makes me want to take Lazy Bones more. There's also just a plough maker in a game where I've just taken Slurry. I mean, there's a lot of good cards. There's Den Builder, which can be pretty nice. Let's just take Lazy Bones and see what happens. I don't see like the Slurry quite likes me having stables. Is my sort of logic here. Like the Slurry likes me having stables. Somebody might do day labor stuff. That's enough for me. All right. Do we get punished? We do not. I don't think this is being punished. This seems fine to me. Pet Broker seems pretty nice here with a Slurry. And the rest of these cards seem pretty not nice because they're bad. So let's take Pet Broker. I like Pet Broker a lot. I had a streaming game with Milking Parlour as a food out, which was sort of entertaining, if not actually very good. Whale Oil I'm on record as absolutely despising. I mean, it can be fine, but it needs a combo, otherwise it's just such a trap. This is only to be honest. This is a choice between Hod and Small Greenhouse, both of which I really like. Small Greenhouse. I mean, there is that gardening head official, which makes Small Greenhouse kind of interesting. On the other hand, Hod is just really good. So, Have I seen any other veg sauces? There's a seed trader in this pack. Uh, hmm. I think I'm going to go hod. Maybe I'll regret that. Will I regret that? I'm going hod on the basis that, like, my slurry makes me a bit less worried about getting lots of crops, but that might just be foolish. Anyway, it's too late now. Here's a veg sauce. Very good veg sauce, can be anyway. I don't exactly have food beautifully sorted out. Matic is here as well. So is Reed Hatted Toad. Good evening, Laser Trip. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Um, we are in the third seat, and we have reasonable cards so far. There's a gardening head official in the game, which is worth knowing about. There's a ploughmaker in the game. There's a trap builder in the game. We haven't really seen any day laboury stuff, so that might just not happen. I mean, Matic seems a lot less interesting given that I've just taken Hod. Now that I think about it, they kind of do similar things. Maybe this is Farm Store. When does slurry happen? In the breeding phase, after the feeding phase. So in theory, you could buy the veg with Farm Store and then slurry it and sow it, which is kind of fun. Passing Reed Hat always leads to the same thing happening. I'm going to take the Farm Store, given that there's guarding head official, and I've got potentially a way of getting some clay without too much difficulty. And then of these orcs, do any of them really make much sense? Let me see. There's a couple of kind of jokey cards. I mean, Tutor, I don't see any reason to take Tutor here at all. Mushroom Collector is obviously pretty meh. So that leaves Baker, Seed Researcher, and Second Spouse. None of them are setting my world on fire, if I'm totally honest with you. I'll go Seed Researcher. Maybe there's a reason why I care about that. Ha! Holy moly. What is this pack? Pack 4? Sorry? What? Okay, I mean, there's an acquirer here. That's pretty good. Sadly, there's acquiring the same pack as Seducer, so I can't just acquire 4 goods in a row and then family grow off the back of it. Which is probably terrible anyway, but kind of oddly compelling. Acquirer does seem pretty mandatory here to me. Like in terms of like getting breeding pairs for my slurry and just generally being a really bloomin' good card. Let's do that. I mean, Oyster Eater is kind of funny if somebody's going crazy on whale oil, but I can't exactly rely on that. I mean, Lettuce Patch is just a point with a really good power, so it's very hard to argue with Lettuce Patch, so I won't. So how's this? Yeah, how do these orcs work together? What's the plan? Do I have a plan? Do I need a plan? Acquirer likes, obviously, the acquirer plan is pretty much kind of get a cookery quickly and go from there. Melon Patch? Really? Okay. Sure. Am I ever meant to Melon Patch and then just like acquire a couple of veg and then just sow 2 veg in a melon patch and a lettuce patch and just get all the tasty fruit and veg I need? That kind of seems oddly compelling to me. I mean, this is very clearly melon patch to my eyes anyway. The rest of them make no sense given my hand. And then we don't actually have a grain source. So, I mean, the trap builder, it's a bit sad nobody's taken this. It suggests the Lazy Bones might only be 3 stables, but, you know, not the end of the world. Am I taking Den Builder even though I don't have a grain source? I guess I am. It could be useful at some point. Inner districts, I had a terrible one of my 4th places recently was with a very ill-conceived inner districts. What was it? in a district manager, forest clearer, I think, and turns out it doesn't really work. Hi, Liz Urshwa. Lovely to have you. Thank you for being here. Um, I don't really have any particular reason to think I'm going to have a giant house. Let's just take the den builder and see if it's useful at some point, maybe. Isn't Acquire a grain source? Yes, it is. I forgot. I have an everything source. I have a literally whatever you want source. So yes, it is. That's a very good point. I guess in my head, I always think of Acquire as a cow and a veg source, but in fact, it's an anything source. Um, this is also a veg source, grain source. I mean, as is this kind of. These ox are garbage. Is there any reason I want any of them? No. Hi, Silver. Welcome. Gosh, good crowd tonight. Lovely having you all here. Um, okay, well, I mean, this is just a D draft, right? None of these are soldier combos with farm store. I mean, I'll take soldier on the basis that I just don't care. Like, I just need to not spend any time thinking about that decision. That's the only way I lose here is by thinking. Am I sowing sage one? It's very tempting. The problem is the lettuce patch needs 3 ox down. Soldier is your pet terrible card. Well, I'm taking it and it will almost certainly do nothing. Maybe I should just acquire veg stone alternating for the whole game and then play I don't know, 5-point soldier or something for the world's most underwhelming plan of all time. In terms of these miners, I mean, they've all got exactly 1 point written on them, which is quite fun. Grainbag has the smallest, I mean, milking parlor. I've got a pet broker and an acquirer. Maybe milking parlor's a thing, or maybe granary's a thing. It's not a simple oven. Simple oven's not a thing. There was a baker. Is that in the next pack? I don't care. Is this milking parlor or granary? I do have a hod. Maybe it's granary. Yeah, let's. But you want to get out. Milking parlor's more fun. Let's do milking parlor. All right. We're taking too long, but you know, plus ça change. The baker did not wheel, so let's go. I might wheel the Matic. I do wheel the Matic, but I mean, I still remain a bit unconvinced I actually want the Matic. Oh, you're thinking for the granary. Yeah, that would have been a smart play. I'm not smart enough to do it, but it would have been a smart play. Good to know that there is someone smart here, you know? It's not me, but it's good to know that someone is. Tutor and, I mean, this is all garbage. And we don't care about redrafting. I guess I'll take Mushroom Collector of the Sea. I mean, who cares? I'll take Drawing of the Sea because it's got kind of a fisherman and they're cool. Your game's been terrible lately, definitely don't listen to me. Well, I definitely have not finished 4th in both of my last 2 games. Definitely not. No siree. I have definitely not lost 60 elo in 2 games. No, that was some other guy. I mean, I guess I'll take the Matic. Like, it doesn't have a point written on it, but, you know, it can't be that bad. Sure, why not? I don't care about these other things. Do I want a Gypsy's Croc? Maybe I do want a Gypsy's Croc. My kids are playing my... I mean, I think my kids would be doing better. I mean, you can't do any worse than 4th twice in a row, can you? So, you know, they would. I think my kids would do weekly better than me. Put it that way. Just taking random moves, but eventually mashing the keyboard enough for something to happen. Hi, Bland. Golly, what an amazing Agricola crew we have here tonight, people. Or today, wherever you are. We're not 4 seat to once. I know, right? 3rd seat. We've been promoted. Let's go. Okay, but all seriousness, what the heck is my plan? I should stop celebrating and start having some idea of what the heck I'm doing. Guarding Head Official is in the game. We want to win that. We for sure want to win that. Okay, I don't have a way of building a major without a major improvement space flipping. So that's unfortunate. Also sheep flip, which in a way is bad news because it means somebody else's bog or postie are quite like take 2 clay second action. 4th pick acquirer, indeed. 4th quick acquirer, yes. Oh, I haven't done an elo check. But before I do an elo check, I want to have some idea of what I'm doing. because I really, really don't. Hmm. So I was kind of like this idea of resource market. Okay, if Ock is taken, is this the fabled two clay first action? Well, I was considering two clay first action, but it just seems like, I mean, there's no way of knowing when Major's going to flip, right? I mean, it could just be in the order that it's displayed, and then we just have kind of nightmarish kind of fear. So much fear. I don't want so much fear. I mean, I can keep sheep for each occupation in front of me. So actually playing Pet Broker doesn't really do much in terms of sheep stealing, but it could do soon. It does, or maybe I just play Lazy Bones? Huh. Lazy Bones feels wrong. Maybe this is just Acquirer. Let's just Acquire. I want an Acquirer in the game. Let's Acquire, and if we somehow get to clay, hooray. But I don't suspect we will. I immediately have horrible regret, and I'm thinking, should I have just three wooded into start playing Matic into Reedstone food, blah blah. Bubble cat. Look, I wasn't fourth seat, but I think we all knew that was coming. So the game didn't put me fourth seat, which means that the universe is unhappy. The universe doesn't like that. So when the universe is angered in this way, then it has to be righted. And Bubble Cat is the bringer of justice. Um, Gotta have the Start Demon in front of us. Absolutely. They're 372. They're not bad at all. That's good. Maybe they're not a Start Demon. Maybe they are a Start Demon. This had better make sense, Bubble Cat. This is fine. Oh, of course. Nah, it's no. You pass Reed-Hatted Toad, then this happens. I mean, it's the way of the world. You've gotta get that value, that sweet value. This makes it marginally more likely I get two clay, but Posty's going to take two clay. Don't take two clay. Don't take clay. Don't take two clay. No two clay. No two clay. You like wood? Mmm, wood. Yum yum. Wood. Mmm, wood so tasty. Wood so yummy. We love wood. We want wood. I don't know why I'm just talking at my computer screen like an idiot. 2K would be a very nice consolation, but I'm not going to get it. Start player is never correct there, surely. Well, yes, I know. Top tip: don't open Reed-Hatted Toad in round one. Just take 3 wood. It's not worth it. You really need that read in round 14. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what are you going to do without this read in round 14? Also, that read in round 6. No! Boo! Ugh. Ugh. Why? Why? Why is the world like this? Is this day labor? I was thinking that as well. I actually think it is day labor. It's just so gross. Why is the world like this? It's just so gross. Anyway, strength 372. Bog these days 448. Bog's doing well. And Posty 445. This is a strong table, people. It's a strong table. That's good. When I come fourth, I won't lose quite as much elo. What is my acquirer plan? Yes, it's a really good question. A really good question. You're right that I want 4 clay, Les Urchois. I don't actually see any point in acquiring anything right now. Right? I mean, I guess I could acquire a veg. Does acquiring a veg make any sense? It makes sense if maybe I am meant to acquire a veg. Let's acquire a veg. Is it correct? I don't know. But it could be correct. Yeah, exactly. It's reasonable. Like, we are very much going for a hearth here. I mean, very, 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 very much. So a veg is something which doesn't need capacity and is net a food. Exactly. It pays for itself. It more than pays for itself. And also, but I mean, we're back at the mercy of the fourth sea. We just have no idea. Bubble's also rushing room parts. It's just It's just, yeah, it's just a classic Agricola session. Gosh, how I've missed this game for the last week. How did I live without this this delightful delightful game? Animal Reef. Ooh. Huh. What have we've got wait, that seems like good news. We got a pet broker, we got a lazy bones, we got an acquirer. Um hmm. I'm considering what I'm doing. Yeah, 3 wood into Matic does seem like the obvious move here. I was wondering about whether I wanted to get Pet Broker down to try and get Sheep Temple or something, but let's do 3 wood and see if we get Matic. 3 wood can't be a bad move anyway, right? Oh, for goodness sake! Come on, really? This is where it gets so difficult not to just immediately start typing in the chat, like, what are you doing? Like, that's just idiotic. Come on. Oh, you, what? What is that? You want to, oh my God. Oh, and with whale oil just to twist the knife, just to wound me. That is so bad. It's so bad. Whale oil is really, really bad. Don't do this. And somebody Bog took 2 clay. This is just miserable. This is so miserable. The thing that's terrible about this is that what's going to happen now is that hollow 2 clays are. We're getting 9 double plates of focus. This is just disgusting. No, this is not okay. Don't tell me. You can't tell me this is okay. This is horrendous. This is the stuff nightmares are made of. We, uh, so is Bubble really opening fishing? Is that why they did this? They're opening fish. Uh, we have acquired. This is sadly just 2 wood. This is pretty awful. I agree. Yes. Well, yes. I mean, I'm considering 2 clay. Like, what does 2 wood do me? Like, it gets me towards room parts, kind of. 2 food fishing. 2 food fishing just for the sort of just for the memes. All right, let me think for a second. Is this ever actually 2 food? Screw it. I don't even see a better move. It's just appallingly bad to do what Double Cat has done here. And they're rated 372. It just doesn't make any sense. Like it's a good rating. Like, why on earth are you doing this? Should I acquire? Yeah, why not? Just keep acquiring. Hold on, is that just idiotic? That might be stupid. No. Let's not acquire this time. But the problem here is that one of Bog and Posty is going to start. And yeah, I'm going to try and stick to my resolution of not saying nasty things in the chat, even when I'm grumpy. Like, this is just, it's just so bad. It's just so bad for After Us. It's just such a gift for Bog. Like, if they do anything other than 4 words, I'm gonna not really do much because there's nothing I can do about it. But like, why would you not take forward here? Come on, you would have put a few question marks in the chat. I can make life painful for people with 3 food. I probably should make life painful for people. I mean, what I want to do, by the way, is start player. Like, if I can start player, I will snap start player. thank goodness they take 4 wood and don't just start player or something mental. 3 food and pet broker. I don't see the. Oh, they're not taking start. Why are you not starting for the fireplace? Surely you should be starting for the fireplace. Posty starts for the fireplace, no? Do we not start for the fireplace? Why aren't we starting for the fireplace? Gotta start for the fireplace, surely. I will start. I will absolutely start for the start for the first cookery if I can. Obviously, I've got an acquirer, for goodness sake. Sigh, 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 sigh. You can start and buy a clay with 3 clay. Exactly, that's exactly my plan, to be clear, yeah. Correct, but I can't have nice things. Obviously, Posty will just take the fireplace in front of me. It's just so frustrating. No nice things ever. Trident. Trident is very odd. I guess they just wanted to start and didn't have anything else to start with. This is an awful, awful start for me. It really is. Really bad. 3 food might be correct now, you know. Yeah, let's put some pressure on this table. Let's put some pressure on this table. Make it marginally more likely I get 6 wood next round. Teal's game should be destroyed, frankly. Like, Teal deserves nothing. Teal gets no nice things ever from me, ever again. After that absolutely horrendous, appalling, disastrously terrible start of SP Reed Hat, which is mildly justifiable, mildly, but not really. Especially not with the first move. That's not justifiable, actually. What am I talking about? No one can justify that. And then SP Whale Oil. First move. Was it first move? I don't even care if it was the first move. Whatever it was, it was bad. It was bad. Anyway, whatever. We don't get 6 wood. We just don't get anything. Bubble doesn't want to build. They just want to block. It's just... The only SP first move that's justifiable to me, to you, is John Contract. You could probably construct situations where it makes sense. I'm sure it's possible to construct situations where it makes sense, but we haven't seen any yet. Bog wants to steal the sheep from Posty for reasons. Not clear how Bog is eating, not clear how Bubblecat's eating. Actually, Bubblecat's going to take 2 food fishing and then arc, aren't they? That's what they're going to do. Cheapers, creepers. Bog might have sheeprog or something. I have no idea what Bog is doing. They're playing a very weird game here. We may as well get our lazy bones down, I guess. You know, I guess. I mean, yeah. What? I mean, what is even happening in this game? We've got a veg for some reason. Lord, what a dumb game. Posty decides to take expensive op for just for the flex because it makes no difference. I respect that. I actually quite like that. That's cute. Why not take expensive arc? No reason not to at all. They are surely opening. Actually, will they open the fireplace now? Or will they not bother because of the sheep? In which case, do I need to take 3 wood? Or am I just ocking? Huh. Sure. I mean, why do I even bother? Yeah, fine. I guess now they want the first room. In which case, I suppose we'll get our lazy bones down. I think I kind of may as well put it on day labor, on the basis that somebody might actually day labor here. So sure, why not? I should get my extra stable now. Yeah, maybe. Maybe this was all a genius plan. Am I acquiring? Yeah, I guess. Sure, why not? Just get another veg? Get a cow? Let's get a... cow. Let's get a cow. 1.5, let's get a cow. Maybe we go for breeding cows. Maybe, yeah. I mean, to be clear, I don't think my game is terrible. It's just vastly, vastly worse than it might have been. We get 2 off rip. I don't know what that means. Sorry. I don't speak Gen Z, remember? Maybe someone's going to build a room. Someone's going to say, "Oh, I see what you mean. We're going to get 2 stables right now." Yeah. I'm with you. I'm totally getting it. Do I just want 2 reed? Do I actually do I want room parts? What do I want? I mean, I want clay. Obviously, it would be a bit of a disaster never to get clay here. Do I just open clay in case? Nah, people aren't taking clay. Bog's taking sheep. Bubble's doing whatever it is. Bubble's probably fishing, right? A funny move would be to fish. Fishing is kind of tempting just for the memes. Just to fully punish Bubble Cat and give me the. Maybe fishing is just right. Wait, is fishing just right? Fishing gets me 2 food so that I can buy a cow next round. It wrecks Bubble and Bog's food. Like, it puts them in serious trouble. It guarantees me the stable. You know what? This could be completely bananas, but I'm gonna fish. I'm gonna fish. I'm in an angry mode. This is me being angry. Like, what if you start with blooming whale oil? I am gonna take your fishing, and you are gonna give me a stable. That's my compensation. It's not bad because it's effectively exactly. It's basically a cow, right? That's like, I genuinely don't even think this is a bad move. I mean, Posty is just laughing his ass off in the corner, by the way, just at this succession of completely disastrous things happening. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, I kind of already feel like I'm fighting for second, honestly, or even third. I don't even know. I mean, early grow would just be would be really, really sad for us here. You think I'm playing for second? Yeah, I mean I am. That's very much my impression as well. Do I have layout restrictions? Always worth a check. No. Okay, so what does Bog do now exactly? Like, does Bog have a food out? I hope Bog's got a food out, otherwise he's in a lot of trouble. In a brilliant read, I took their food out, which I used recently. Bog's gonna just beg. I think Bog's just tactically begging. Oh, yeah, okay. But they can't. I mean, you can't double tactically beg, surely. Like, tactically begging 2 is just bad. Bog says, "Ouch." Yeah, sorry. This has been a wild start. Agreed, says Bog. I like Bog a lot. Bog, as far as from everything I know about Bog, seems like a very classy guy. Animal activist. My first beggars in over a year. Bog. Okay, so what? What does Posty do now? Surely Posty now builds, right? You would think Posty would build on the base. You can get first room, so why wouldn't you? At that point, I think I respond Reedstone, probably. Do I respond Reedstone? Do I just take the clay for a hearth and just get a hearth ASA bloody P? The thing is, I know this is greedy, but I kind of want 6 clay because then I've got farm store and hearth. I mean, there is also a Matic, of course, so. Or am I meant to take 2 reed? There's a lot of moves I want here, which is unsurprising, seeing as the moves so far this round are day labor, fish. You don't think we're playing for second plan? That's good. Or maybe you think we're playing for third, or in fact, or maybe you just think we're already lost, in which case it's not so good. To read, you don't want room parts? Question mark. I do want room parts, yes, but Restone Food is half of room parts. And yeah, maybe to read. I guess if okay. That's really annoying. Why is Posty not building there? Now I will take 2 read. Now 2 read feels semi-forced. But that's annoying because it just, like Bubble just having first room. We know what Bubble's views are on start player. We've got pretty clear views on what their view is on start player. Pro. They are pro start player as a move. I mean, what the heck does Bog do, by the way? Is Bog taking 2 beggars here? Or are they taking a 3? I mean, this is just a 3-point move. So in the Discord, for those in the Discord, this is exactly the kind of situation which, because you know, there was a conversation going on about tactical beggars, and I said, look, in general, I find it incredibly rare that I see actually good situations where you should tactically beg. This might be one such situation. I mean, Bog's in just a whole world of hurt here. They are just taking a 3.1 food move. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a stage 1. That is the craziest stage 1 I've seen for a while. I mean, that is truly bananas. Was tempted to take 2 beggars there, says Bog. I'll say I actually think it was. I actually think it might have been right. If this is grow, it's not grow. That's not being grow is a mercy. Now I guess I'm just not taking 6 wood. Bog has the mendicant. Oh, mendicant! What a card! I used to love that card. I think I am gonna get a cow on the basis that get a cow. Okay, great. I'm not taking 6 wood. 6 clay, please. I very, 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 very badly want a hearth. Like a lot. Like a lot. Okay. We're just really confused in general. I mean, the next move is hearth, unless for some reason hearth isn't. I mean, well, Posty could, I suppose, build the well. 5 clay would be the dream. Oh, interesting. Or just get tons and tons of clay. I think you two made the game very messy for yourselves, says Posty. Genuinely not sure which 2 you are talking about. 5 clay would be the dream because then we can reno, hearth, and build a room. So if we had 11 clay, well, we don't get 5 clay, so we don't have to worry about that. Grumble, you wish you could stick around, but you got to start work. Good luck. Thank you, Grumbleguts. I much appreciate it. I hope your work day goes okay. I hope it goes better than my stage 1 anyway. It wouldn't be too difficult. Dreams left to be dreams. You know what? I actually don't think it's so bad. I quite like having this clay for farm store, like I said. So I'm not too unhappy about that. So what's going on here? Like, why is Posty just not building? Okay, I think I basically have to build a hearth, don't I? Any 2 of us. Yeah, that's actually true. Any 2 of us. Could be a grow first and den builder game. Ooh. Le Jurachois spitting the facts. Yes. Maybe it's... Ooh, that's... Yeah. Is that our way? We could run out the den builder. Ooh. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that, probably. The thing is, it won't be though, will it? Because in practice what will happen is Posty will... Oh no, okay, Posty does not build. Okay, well, look, we have a very, very, very obvious move here. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to think twice about this move. Just need to make sure my food stomach's it. Well, I mean, I do have 11 food currently. So my food should be okay, right? Admittedly, it would be nicer if I could just keep everything breeding and whatever, whatever. But you know, this seems okay. It's true that I have maximally. What? What? You don't need to start. You don't need to start. This guy is. Why start? The start does nothing. Oh my goodness me. What is that? Why not Renault and Hearth? My logic was that I wanted. I forgot how Den Builder works. You have to be in clay, don't you? It's because it's a blunder. That's why it's a blunder. It's just an unthinking blunder. It's a poor move. Sad face indeed. Sad face. That's a horrible mistake. Well, okay. Let's pretend it's not a horrible mistake. Let's pretend that I want a Renault Trident in round 6, and that's why I did that. Let's pretend it's for that reason. It's not, but let's pretend. Okay. Yeah, that's just a horrible mistake, unfortunately. Let's get a cow. Okay. Acquirer is online. We have a hearth. We are not in clay for no. This is so annoying. No, 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 naughty, naughty. But why is Bog starting for posting? Okay, okay, all right, okay. Oh, brewery pod, yeah, I know, right? I mean, they're just screaming, I want to read. I've been wanting to play the pond for 5 rounds. Well, then why didn't you? I mean, all right, let me just think for a second. Okay, how about this for a line? Play Den Builder. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. I was wondering. Okay, the line I was considering. I actually need to think here because this is quite a big moment after my Renault blunder. Um, the line I was considering was something like play Den Builder, Renault Lettuce Patch, but the try. If we don't show building resources, would green not build this round? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Deno build a Renault melon patch makes more sense to you. Yes, true. I mean, there's also just, should I be getting the Trident out this round? Probably not, right? I mean, if I get the Trident out, could I breed these cows and do Den Builder stuff? I can sow melon patch next stage. I am very confused. I guess what I'm wondering is, do I want to declare the Den Builder yet? And I suppose the answer is probably not. Um, huh. And then I would start in round 7 with like Hod or something. Hmm. It's also annoying that there isn't more clay, so I can't like start farm store is kind of oddly interesting. Maybe I'm just meant to take 3 wood as almost like a waiting move. 3 wood forces Posty to build, of course. Okay. Timer, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, you're right. Ah, no. Thanks, Roll. Oops. Sorry, this game is crazy, but I'll try to play faster. They grow canvas sack. Okay. The funny thing is, they actually have a card that strongly wants them to do an annoying re-up start. They just did it in a completely bizarre order. The rare Prodigy game, maybe. But it would have been a first pick Prodigy. Posty now builds, obviously. What the actual hell? Yeah. Bog, by the way, does not have build parts. I'm wondering whether... okay. This game is box office gold. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. This game is just completely bananas. It's still not actually clear to me that it's going that badly for me, by the way. Like, I don't think it's going great, but it could definitely be worse, right? So... This game is painful to watch. Yeah, sorry about that. Trust me, it's kind of more painful to play in. Okay, I don't have much time. I think probably just Renault Trident is what I want to do here. Just to give Bubble even more reason to start on me later. Let's Renault Trident. Wait, hold on. Is Bog going to try for a start build if I do that? He will, won't he? Maybe I just play Den Builder right now then. Bog can't start build. True. Let's Renault Trident. Let's Renault Trident. Okay, let's just Renault Trident. This is fine. Everything's fine. We'll acquire cows. We just want to keep the food coming. I'm out of time. My clock's run out. It's all going wrong in this game. Bog's going to open clay. Oh, they want room parts. Okay, fine. So we're going to start Hod, I guess? I guess this is Hod. Obviously, our second move is Den Builder. Posty's changing their mind. Oh wow, they are going for start grow. Okay. All right, so we're growing in round 9. Somewhat suspicious. Well, you know, people do what people are going to do, I guess. I have to, so I have to open start next round, don't I? What am I doing now? Pet broker? 4 wood? He thinks that no one else is going to take sheep. I mean, again, it's quite tempting to take sheep. I mean, like, I've got an acquirer in play. Like, 6 food is just pretty good for me, right? I don't mind punishing my opponents being aggressive. Like, screw it. Like, no sheep for you. I will continue to try and starve the game. If Posty wants to grow this aggressively, let's make life difficult for them. And I've got, I can do basically anything with food, right? I mean, that's the kind of the whole point of Acquirer. It turns food into whatever you want. So, sure. But yeah, no, I need to build my clock up a bit. I am being too slow, which isn't good. Like, unfortunately, Bog does have plenty of food. I guess I take 4 wood next. Unless I'm worried about getting Ock blocked for the den builder, which would be pretty funny. By which I mean terrible. But yeah, I think this is just 4 wood. Don't we have to den builder so we can grow a 9? Why can't we den builder next round? Unless I SP into den builder next round. Well, that was what I was thinking, yeah. I mean, yeah, next round I was thinking SP into den build, right? And there aren't going to be any nice stacks. So I'd rather take forward now than something worse than forward second move next round. Was my logic, which may well have been wrong. I mean, I already blundered with that Renault earlier, right? So it could well be wrong. Okay. Oh, that whale oil value. Oof. Look at that. You got a food and everything. Totally worth it. Meanwhile, hopefully Posty gets pretty hungry. Bubble's going to get handed fish friend, Lord have mercy. I mean, the thing is, the crazy thing about this is that the worst opponent is 370 something, and the other two are 400s, as am I. Like, it's not that weak a table. There is a 0% chance 4 food makes it past the next round. What, you don't believe in the fish friend? I mean, I think it could be a great fisherman's friend. I don't know what you mean. So, by the way, jokes aside, the miners I want to get out are I want to get lettuce patch and melon patch out and sow 2 veg as my last move of round 9. And I think I can, right? Because I've got so much food. So what we getting both is possible. Exactly. I think that's the right play here. Forget Hod for now. We're gonna get a veg. Hi Cranes, welcome. We're gonna get a veg. I think I've got enough food for this because I've got all these cows breeding and whatnot. The goal is to sow melon and lettuce. And then I mean we've got such good miners as well. Like even the milking parlor is 4 food and a point, right? I mean we've got such good miners. Ay. Posty goes for the max. I mean they got the pig flip is very good for them. We go for, if we get Orc blocks, we're throwing the monitor out the window. And that's just how it is. Wait, didn't we need a grain there? No, we can get the grain next round. I didn't want to get grain because I thought it might telegraph what I was doing. I'm going to get the grain into round 9. Passing a lot of value to Bubblecat, but this game is so garbage it doesn't even matter. Is Bubblecat's game garbage? Their food isn't exactly swell. Well, actually, hold on. They have this hutch. Let's not forget that brilliant start play they did. Their 3rd start player, and all such good start players. Um, yeah, Bog has to build, otherwise Bubble jumps them. Bubble might jump them anyway, by the way. So actually, we smuggle out our den builder, which is nice. Yeah, we play den builder. We grow lettuce patch and then we sow. That's the plan. And then after that, we just cry. I guess at least we. I don't know. I mean, maybe the game's going okay. It's very, very confusing. It doesn't feel like it's going that well, but maybe it is. Um, by the way, hi Alex. Lurking this game has been top tier and saying, I'm so glad you're having fun. I'm glad someone's having fun. Bland is shocked that 4 food went. I agree. Who could have seen that coming? Very, very, very strange that someone would take 4 food when the table is starving. Um, let's not forget, Bog already has a beggar, so that's good news in terms of not coming last. Also, we really should hit this reeve. We will be pet broking, and so breeding sheep are almost for free. Then all we've got to do is breed cows, but we've got acquirer and a lettuce patch. So like, I think we can already say that we're going to hit reeve. Animal activists. Well, we really should win gardening head official as well, given that we've got slurry. So then it just comes down. I think I've got to say, I actually think we're probably in the driver's seat here, despite this absolutely horrendous screaming trail of disaster that has been this game so far. The fact that our opponents collectively have played three global value cards, all of which we should hit. You were telling me you weren't playing for second. Yeah, well, I never actually agreed we were playing for second. You feel bad for Bog. You don't think he's played that badly himself, but he's just been crushed. Well, I will say that I don't think Bog took enough advantage of Bubble Cat just handing them second in a couple of rounds. Second action, I mean. I like. You can see what their thinking was. They undervalued Reedstone on the basis that they had Brewery Pond, and so they were thinking, well, I just want to get the Brewery Pond out. But something has gone very wrong here, right? I suppose weirdly, Bog actually also didn't like. Had every opportunity to SP for the cookery. That's true as well. Like that feels just like a big mistake. Like I don't know why they didn't start there. They could have SP Brewery Pond for the first cookery. Yeah, they could. This whale oil is just terrible. Like, what is this whale oil? It's what it's literally half a patron at the price of just taking a whole series of awful moves. Yeah. I despair. I despair. Anyway, it costs us 4 food to get our 2 food for a grain and 2 food for the 2 food. So then we'll be on 7 food. We'll grow and we'll need 5 food, and we will in fact have 7 food. So we're fed. It was hard to predict my 2 food, 3 food, 2 food line. It was, yes. Admittedly, that was quite aggressive. Posty very slightly alleviates their food problems. They do have a fireplace, so it's not that bad. But I mean, they've got an action advantage, but I think a lot of their actions are going to be quite bad, is my suspicion. Yeah, I was quite mean with that. That is true. But I don't feel that sorry for them. I think they just misplayed their stage one, honestly. Um, you know, especially when Bubble opens Warelore, they're declaring war on the fishing space. You just can't. You therefore can't rely on getting fishing to your brewery pond. Brewery pond is an unbelievably good card, but it's not the only thing you need in the game, right? Like if you they were handed the first fireplace by Bubble Cat taking that start in round whatever it was, 2, right? The stage 1 was absolutely bananas, Cranes. I recommend watching it back. It was nuts. And not good for us nuts. Very bad for us nuts. Bubble went absolutely mental. We are getting a grain. I would like to grow, please. For the love of beep. I will grow with my tent builder, and I will play lettuce patch. Yeah, lettuce patch is lettuce patch correct versus pod. I think it is basically. I think it just is. Yeah, and we want to sow second action, and literally, well, I suppose Bog can legally take sow bake to bake 2 grain, but it does seem somewhat unlikely. I mean, the table was miserable. I mean, everyone stage 1 was completely ridiculous. Like Bog took one food travelling in round 4 in order to only beg one. Put it that way. Um, round 4 when Posty took some move. Posty took the fireplace first move. I took 2 food fishing. Bubblecat took day labour in order to eat and gave me a stable in doing so. And Bog took 1 food travelling so that they didn't beg twice. That's how stage 1 went. So, everyone was just having a swell time. I mean, Posty really was having a swell time because while all this chaos was going on, he was kind of just saying in the chat, "You guys are maniacs," basically. And he said it was some justification. Somewhere in stage 2, in the midst of all this chaos, my clock ran out, so that's bad. I feel a bit bad about that. I don't like my clock running out, but I've just been disorientated by this completely insane game. Meanwhile, Bubblecat has fenced out, but has no cookery. Sure. There is an animal reeve in the game, so I mean, there's a lot to be said for what they're doing here. Posty takes 2 sheep because they're hungry. We stick with our slightly dubious plan. Well, it's not that dubious. I mean, the sow is just clearly correct. Because it means we can, like the sow is really good. Everyone going animal feed strategy is slightly odd. It's very odd. It's terrible, in fact, for them. Like, the point about ranching is that you don't want everyone else to do it. So us having our... Why isn't Brewpon using some grain stuff? Yes, I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what Brewpon's hand is. Wow, Bubble didn't take the small greenhouse. The whole game here is mental. Bog start. I'm not totally sure. Oh, did Bog have to start to grow somehow? Posty now has 1 billion moves, and they are fed. There's 3 wood available, so that's nice. 3 stones available. 4 clay. I mean, they've got plenty of good stuff to be doing, Posty here. All right, we've kind of achieved the first half of our game, sort of. And now we need to decide what we're doing thereafter. I mean, if 6 clay is available, or 5 clay, am I taking clay and trying to build a room and grow, basically? On the basis that I already have a reasonable amount of wood. Or am I... I can build another stable. Hooray! That's a pretty good lazy bones, actually. Pet broker buying and acquire a sheep slurry plan. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. We definitely want slurry now, obviously. I mean, with Gardening Head, we very much want to win Gardening Head with slurry. I keep looking at my hand and seeing I've got Milking Parlour and Hod and all kinds of great miners. I just don't have that much time to play miners, unfortunately. Seed Researcher is dead, Soldier is dead, Joiner of the Sea is dead. So we only need to play 1 more arc. We're already in clay. Yeah. Given the bananas early game, it doesn't feel like that much sealing is going to be needed to win here. Posty takes Reedstone for some reason. Sure. Not totally clear why they haven't taken 3 wood yet, but maybe now. What is Posty doing? I have no idea. 3 wood? Huge clay pile, acquiring a reed sounds reasonable too. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I do... Okay, well, 4 clay goes... Yeah, okay, they want Renault parts. I don't know why they've handed Bog 6 wood. Like, Bog doesn't have to grow first action, right? So he just gets 6 wood. Sure. Seems a bit weird not to wood police when you've only got 2 wood. But, okay. Wait, no, not okay. Why is Posty doing this? Why are they disrespecting wood this much? Do they think that Bog isn't going to take 6 wood for some reason? Why would Bog not take 6 wood? We will lettuce patch, surely. Has to be right. We've got breeding cows. I mean, our food is fantastic. Like, our food is absolutely fantastic. And given that we've got Acquirer, That's very good news. Our plows are not so bad. We do have 2 plows already, of course, in a sense, if you squint. So yeah, this doesn't seem disastrous to me. You think it's good for us? Well, is it? I mean, does this not just go 6 wood, 5 clay then? Is that Posty doing this in order to get 5 clay? I don't know. We want to get pet broker down. We kind of may as well do that at this stage. Cows don't flip. I love seeing that. That's great news. We just got to get our fences and slurry down while ploughing. Funnily enough, we actually don't need to get our fences down, right? We just need to get pet broker down. We don't need pet broker in your opinion. Just focus on fencing. I mean, pet broker gives you a sheep. Like, why not pay pet broker? To be clear, I'm also in favour of what you're saying. We do want to acquire a good. Well, what good do we want to acquire? Do we want pig? I could just try and get breeding everything here. Is pig right? Reed. Reed for the room? But, well, that only makes any sense if I get 5 clay. And why am I thinking I'm going to get 5 clay? I don't get nice things. I'm not growing this round anyway. Reed isn't right. I'm wondering about, it's either pig or cow. I think pig makes more sense. I do want a fence. I mean, I definitely do want a fence, right? So Bog's taking, I don't know why Posty gave Bog 6 wood. It just seems like such a gift, but sure. Maybe I was meant to acquire sheep and play pet broker and just have my slurry just done automatically. Yeah, maybe that was right. I will take 5 clay if offered, but I don't think it will be offered. But I mean, by the way, the plows are looking a little bit sad. Yeah, Posty was doing this for clay. I disagree with the way Posty's done this, honestly. We can acquire sheep next round if we want to broker and slurry. Yeah, and I think we do, to be honest. Well, let's just take 3 wood as a starting point. Actually, 3. Let's take 3 wood. We like 3 wood. 3 wood, fence 12. Yeah, like fence 12 big, you mean? Like fence 12, like fencing 6 spaces. I would 100% agree with 3 wood later. That's reassuring. Jay Shaver, hi, I'm just going to catch up on the VOD, but thanks for streaming. My pleasure. Ooh, a 2 food whale oil. God, the value. The value. Why? Canal Boatman. This player is rated 372. What is going on? Why are they letting so heavily into this terrible, terrible plan? Which has just been awful for them and for me and for Bog. Like, I don't get it. Fence 12 big is awkward for Reed. We've got Pet Broker. Stop forgetting Pet Broker. When I say big, I don't mean that big. I mean like 6 spaces big. I don't mean huge. You know, I'm not that crazy. But yeah, I mean, plow is just being floated by. Why is nobody plowing? Why is this player not plowing? We've got to plow, right? Bog's out of moves. Yeah, we just plow. Sure. I don't understand this at all. What are people doing? Guys, no one's ploughing. You've got no plows between you in a game with a Guardian official. Like, why aren't you ploughing? I don't understand. I don't understand Agricola. Either I don't understand Agricola or I understand Agricola really well. But I don't get this. Why have we taken these moves? Also, by the way, comically, Posty took 5 clay because they were trying to build a 5th room for some reason, and then Bubble has taken the read. Bubble's game here has been so spoiling for everyone else. It's unbelievable, and it's just not good. It's just so not good. Posty abandoned ship on their slightly strange build plan, and decides to just upgrade their fireplace because they are going to starve. Sure. Why not? We're fencing. You think the pig buy was bad? We wanted grain or sheep. I think the pig's fine. I mean, it's fine. Can't be that bad. We're just going to fence 12. Do we want to hold any wood back? Not really. We just want to start slurry. I mean, Pet broker Surrey slow. Pet broker Surrey. Why am I finding that a tongue twister? You feel he must have round clay. Interesting. I don't. He might have round clay, but I'm not convinced he does. I think he was going for build, and has abandoned ship and gone for the pottery as a backup plan. We don't have grain to sow unless we take 2 pigs or 2 sheep. Why is taking 2 pigs or 2 sheep a bad thing? Wait. Oh, I see. Yeah, you wanted to get. I see what you mean. You wanted to get the grain going faster. Why would he be so casual about winning a regame? I have no idea. But he's only got 3. I mean, it's not like he's got loads of clay anyway. Anyway, meanwhile, the world may never know. What do we... Okay, we've got 4 food coming from Lettuce Patch, let's not forget. So our food is pretty good. Am I just acquiring a pig? The pears don't will. But why not just to buy a pig? What's wrong with that? Now I've got 2 pairs, hooray. I don't even have to take Ark and I've got 2 pairs. Yeah, this is just pig, right? Yeah. Look, now I've got the 2 good things breeding. These crazy moves are the long-term payoff from our stage 1 food stamps. Yeah, maybe. But I just don't understand what my opponent's doing. Time rest plow's good. That makes sense. Manual grain, you suppose. We're just start playing, aren't we? Isn't it just start player all day, every day? It's got to be start player, surely. 2. They're starving. Don't forget the postie is starving. They can't afford to be ploughing or taking forward. Those moves. Farming is for people who have food. Our opponents are begging, or the Agricola equivalent thereof, other than actually begging. Okay, we want to get slurry down, and we'll be able to sow back into the melon patch and the lettuce patch. That's pretty damn nice. I mean, I feel like I've just got to start. Like, the whole plan is to start and take round 12, which is hopefully grow. So let's just slurry. Let's just start slurry. We don't, there's a lot of nice moves here, but whatever. We won't start slurry. We'll take something reasonable on the wheel. Incidentally, these 2 players have grain. Postie does not. We'll see whether Postie needs to take a manual grain at some point. That's where my last stable is stuck. In order to win Animal Activist, we do kind of want that stable, but let's see. So now we have a sow action after the harvest, in effect. We're also looking very, very good for gardening and official. I think my game looks very nice here. Bog has got to plough. Like, when are people going to start ploughing? This has to be plough, surely. No, you've got to plough. It's round 11. And your opponent desperately wants to plough, and you've got no ploughs, and you've got a brewery pond, and you've got crops to sow, and you have nowhere to sow them. You've got a crop coming, and you don't have any ploughs, and I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Why is Postie wheeled forward and plough? What? Why isn't Postie snapping plough? Is Postie still worried about food? They're only 1 food short. No, they're fed with pottery. This is so weird. What an absolutely bizarre game. Also, by the way, I am fed. Yeah, I'm fed from the lettuce patch and the cow. So like, I am fed. So that's nice. But what is going on? My opponents are going mental. Do I even want forward? What do I do with forward? Do I soldier? Like, I have no idea what's going on. I mean, surely I take 4 wood, but why? Soldier might actually be the move. Like, it kind of might, right? There is also just manual grain. I don't hate manual grain, but that could be the last move, maybe. Maybe this is 4 wood into manual grain. But 4 wood, yeah? What am I doing with 4 wood? I guess I can play a hod and a milking parlour. Ooh, that could be nice. Yeah, let's take 4 wood. 4 wood seems fine. Also, I just want to punish Posty. I've no idea why Posty has played the way they've played. I agree with, apologies, I forgot who said this, checks notes, whoever it was that said round clay, laser trip. Because otherwise their game makes 0 sense. Like, why have they been this casual about wood in a game where they had this many actions? Like, I don't know. I despair. Oh, meanwhile, okay, let me try and take stock. This has been such a whirlwind. Bog has a beggar, no plows, and just in general looks like they're in huge amounts of trouble to me. Like, this does not look like a game that's going well. This looks like a game of someone that is pretty hungry and has a pretty minimal farm. Bubble Cat really doesn't. I mean, they've kind of got food, but Bubble Cat is just going all out and trying to hit Reeve, basically. They probably would also hit animal activists. So, yeah. Posty has no wood and no crops and remains very hungry. The pottery helps. The pottery feeds one of their people, in effect. But they, not having breeding animals or sown crops at this point just doesn't feel good if you don't have some like slightly more esoteric food plan. So Posty's situation doesn't look too lovely to me here. I've also forced them to go last in round 12, which is not great. We pretty clearly want Grow to flip, I think. Grow flip would be nice. But I mean, like Plow Sow is hardly a disaster, but Grow would be nice. What is my last move here? I should start thinking about that. Tempting to just take grain, actually. Posty reedstones. Okay, now they got Renault parts. Sure. That's a move that you can take. Manual grain is insurance for plow sow. Exactly. Like, manual grain, it's not the most exciting move in the world. But I need grain somehow. I could acquire grain, but equally I could acquire sheep, and then play Pepbrook and have breeding sheep. So let's just take grain, and as you say, the board's pretty dry. Three food traveling is kind of funny. Is 3 food traveling just better? Is 3 food traveling just better? 3 food traveling turns off the fisherman's friend. It is a grain if you squint. I don't think it is better. I don't think it's better. I think that's taking things too far. Yeah, it feels like it. Yeah, it's taking things too far. Okay, Bubbles riding their whale oil as far as I'm thinking. They've got cow prints. Huh. That's a good card. Man, I would like a cow prince. Okay. Sure. Cow prince also feeds them, which is why they played it. Well, that's nice for us. Wait, that's for him. Yeah, no, I didn't actually secretly have a cow prince somehow that I was hiding off screen or something. This is his cow prince, or their cow prince, I should really say. Cow prince would have indeed been great for us, but we did get an acquire 4th, so it's not all bad news. Posty Renault's Roman pot because it's a food. When does this pay out? At the start of the work phase. Okay, so it's a point and a food and a Renault. Sure, why not? They still have no wood. I'm very confused about this. This is feeling like wood carrier. Like, it kind of has to be wood carrier at this point, right? Could be field fences. I mean, it could, but they really need You still need wood with field fences, right? I mean, you don't need as much wood, but you still need wood. So if it is field fences, it's a very odd field fences. Okay, the slurry is online. In an alternative timeline, this actually would have been a pretty good joiner of the sea. That's true. It might have been a good joiner of the sea. I didn't really take that seriously as a possibility, but yeah, maybe. Meanwhile, we get round 12 and we want grow, but we won't get it because we don't get nice things. Posty, yeah, who am I actually? I'm not worried about Bog. Am I worried about Bubble Cat? Kinda. Can't say I'm terrified of Bubble Cat here. We get this really rather lovely sow action, just for free. These empty when we sow them in round 15. So gardening ahead looks pretty nice. Oh, it's grow. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Okay, that is good news. Let's go. I think, what am I acquiring? Is this cow or is this sheep, basically? I think it's sheep. The chat all think it's sheep. Hooray! Okay, now we look pretty winning. Unless somebody's got some rabbit up there in their hat. Up their hat? Pull a rabbit out of that. There you go. That's English. We grow because we grow. 2-room game. Let's go. All right. Now I'm feeling quite confident. I look forward to my confidence being thrown right back. Oh my goodness. Oh, Karma was so swift. Karma was so swift. I knew I gave him that trident. Why did I even? They didn't even hesitate. Just didn't even hesitate. No, at least they shot me in the head. They didn't spend 2 minutes thinking and then start. Bog finally plows. Yeah, I would have SP'd Cranes if I could, but I can't, so I won't. All right. We want to play Pet Broker at some point. Is this that point? How am I getting points? Am I just taking 3 stone? What does 3 stone actually do? 3 stone for the soldier. I mean, wait, Posty didn't take wood? What did Posty take? Why are they taking 3 stone? I will take 3 stone, to be clear. 3 stone is a very flexible move. Is the joinery available? Answer, checks notes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Or maybe Renault fence. Yeah, there's joinery, there's a soldier, there's Ren fence, there's a soldier, there's a soldier. There's all kinds of possibilities. I mean, I've got pretty good food, but 4 food traveling doesn't seem awful. Oh, Bog's got second spouse. That's nice for Bog. But as discussed, Bog is in fact dead, which is not nice for Bog. Posty continues to just. Zeta thinks the win is safe. I am streaming. Come say hi. Twitch.tv/Alex_WDB. Got to get that marketing going. Posty. I don't understand why they're not taking 3 wood. Why do they hate 3 wood? 3 wood is a really good move. I don't understand. What am I? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they might have a 6 foot. I think it's pretty plausible they've got a 6 wood carrier. We didn't see Tree Farm join and we didn't see Animal Activist, by the way. So, they only have 1 orc we haven't seen. But wood carrier looks like a reasonable guess. But, why are they not just taking 3 wood? Hi, thank you for coming. Yeah, am I going to win this? Probably. It does look very likely, but this has been such a weird game. I don't know if you saw any of the beginning of this, but I highly recommend it. Watch stage 1, either on the VOD or just the game game replay because it's mental. Like, this was a really crazy game, and I just don't understand what my opponents are doing. Like, okay, I understand what Bubble Cat's doing. Bubble Cat is just absolutely going all in on whale oil for some reason because they think whale oil fisherman's friend is a thing, and it's not. And Canal Boatman. Basically, it's like all of the worst fishing cards kind of comboing, sort of. Bog just got destroyed by the stage 1 weirdness. But you think the scores for this game should be like 58, 56, 54, 52? Oh, what you mean if people had played sensibly? Yeah, and again, just to reiterate for those who may not have seen this earlier, we're not playing a weak table. Like, the worst player on this table is 372, Bog's 450, and Posty's also 450. I am currently 470 or so. So, like, you know, just a wild game. Meanwhile, no one wants to take my grain seeds, which is mildly sad. You don't see any way the others can win. I am inclined to agree. We get Ock blocked. Why? Just take 3 wood. Posty, I'm begging you, take 3 wood. Seed trader. When you're starving. Posty feels like they're throwing here. I don't understand. I mean, how are you playing seed trader when you're starving? You've got 0 food and 1 sheep. Ay, ay, ay. They really, really don't want me to rock my stable. Yeah, it appears so. I mean, 3 wood for me, honestly, I don't hate. You like Reedstone for Renault Joinery. Yeah, I was thinking similar. I was also honestly just thinking about 4 food. Like, I'm not so well fed that, you know, 4 food wouldn't be nice here. Is there any pressure on this joinery? Mild pressure. Yeah. Just briefly considering my options. I think this probably is Reedstone. I'm wondering whether 3. But I mean, 4 food is quite fun because my opponent is so hungry. I'm going to take the more aggressive line. I enjoy the misery that I am hitting people with here. Is it good? I'm not sure, but we're winning regardless. I think the 4 food is actually possible. Like, my instinct was 4 food, and then Redstone you kind of tempted me with, but I should really play the moves that I think are correct. I think 4 food is correct. I think this table is very, very hungry. And I think Posty has just played an extremely food-intensive card for reasons that make no sense to me whatsoever. So yeah, let's turn off Fish Friend and deny the table a pretty nice 4 food move and just be fed myself, you know? But what is going on? I mean, I thought Posty was going to run away with this, by the way. Maybe not run away with it, but I mean, Posty, as the only player to sort of survive stage 1 with any kind of dignity, really seemed like they should be in a great position. And it's somehow really not worked, unless I'm missing something. They have a tree farm joiner proc coming next round and a food. So maybe something's about to be revealed to us that I'm not currently understanding. But it's not woodcart. They are eating a sheep for some reason. Because they want a grey... Okay, they're getting a stone oven because they're desperately, desperately hungry. Okay. It's pretty sad to stone oven only 1 of those grain. But I guess needs must. Yeah, Posty, given that that's what they're doing, they look dead. They still have no wood. I don't know how many times I'm going to say they have no wood. No, correction. They have 1 future wood. They took 3 wood! No, they're rethinking. Don't rethink the 3 wood. Take the 3 wood. Maybe they're thinking. To be fair to them, now 3 wood might be wrong because now they're quite likely to get 6 wood. The loss of food tempo when you took start instead of 3 sheep was awful for them. It really was. It really was. And you know, I I had another game like this recently where was it the last one I streamed even? I can't remember where I kind of wrecked my opponent with a move they might not have expected me to take. But they really should have. Like in that game, I had contraband. They weren't expecting me to take start, and in this game, I've got acquirer, and maybe they weren't expecting me to take 3 sheep. But the acquirer loves 3 sheep, like loves it. So don't, if your opponent's got a card out that really, really makes them really like a move that you personally want, don't don't hope they're not going to take it. Don't second guess them here. Agricola is a competitive game. Like I win if I beat my opponents, not if I get some mystical magical solo score. So I will absolutely hit my a strong opponent with a kind of nasty surprise. All right. All of this said, am I acquiring a good? I mean, the only thing I'm considering here is should I acquire stone to save myself a move, basically. Like Reedstone really does nothing for me except for gets me a stone for Reno joinery. So maybe I am meant to acquire a stone. It's pretty blooming expensive stone. What would I do with it's worth it if I get at least 5 food from an alternative move, which I won't. So let's just not bother with that. That seems wrong. Okay, Bubble wants to plow sow. They got Plowmaker. That makes all kinds of sense. So yes, agreed. With their move, I mean. Although this is a Reeve game, and there's 2 sheep, and they don't have sheep. They're being pretty casual about these sheep. Are you that convinced nobody blocks your sheep? I guess you probably are. But still, I mean, why join if you have soldier? Why indeed? I do have a 3-point move available. Posty now has a pretty interesting choice. No, they do grow. Again, with what food, I really have no idea. Am I meant to just take 2 sheep to block Bubble Cat? I mean, I'm just playing all blocking all the time. I mean, Bubble Cat is starting to look like my only opponent here. Maybe that's hubris. But is a 4-food move that bad? I mean, yeah. No sheep for you. If you're going to float 2 sheep in an Animal Reeve game where you've got the other 2 breeding pairs, I'm not going to let you have it. 2 sheep's the move for guaranteeing the win. Well, I like winning, so let's do that. I mean, to be fair to them, I think they had to plough sow. But they probably really, really wanted those sheep. And I'm not going to give them the move they really, really, really want, where they're only 4 points behind me. And have joinery parts already, by the way. They might take the joinery here. But, I mean, I have soldier. We desperately need Pet Broker down now. Yeah, we absolutely do. You think the sheep was better for them, plough sow for them? Possibly. But it was better for me, crucially, that they didn't, because it blocks the... I mean, I'm still so mystified by Posty's game. Yeah, our next move is Pet Broker for sure, by the way. And then we lock up the Reeve. And then our moves after that are kind of whatever. They can re-up start or get plow on the wheel 100% of the time. Yes, I suppose so. Yeah, I won't risk Pet Broker getting blocked somehow. I will just play Pet Broker now, unless it's blocked, which of course is possible. Bog, meanwhile, just gets to grow again, which is pretty nice. Oh, it's not my go yet. I clicked in my haste. I was so keen to click that ARC button. I'm still waiting for the wood carrier to come down. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this move is wood carrier. I can always acquire a sheep next round. Yes, but I don't have capacity. So I need pet broker for the capacity. I suppose I could fence. That's true. I could reno fence, but I wouldn't have capacity. What's the milking parlour limit condition? 4 unused. Yes, indeed. I can milking parlour here legally, yes. And it's... Well, what have I got? I've got 2 cows and 1 sheep. Checks notes. Posty starts. We love to see that. 2 cows gets me 3 food. 1 sheep gets me 2 food. It's a 5 food move and a point. Well, obviously it's dead now. Yeah, we're not going to mess around. Let's just get our pet broker down and make life simple. Let's have our sheep here. Cool. Okay, Reeve is sorted. We have gardening head official locked up. Well, do we have it locked up? I think we kind of do actually with that slurry. Yeah, we kind of do have it locked up. We're fed. So what do we actually want? We'd quite like a plough sow, I guess. Is Posty going to give us plough sow? No, of course not. Well, actually, I mean, I'm still very confused by Posty's game, honestly. So what? I mean, I guess ideally we want Reedstone and Reno joinery. Maybe. Posty just has to take food moves and stuff. 2 pigs better than Reedstone. Possibly, but it's not available. So I think this is just Reedstone Reno joinery. Opponents cannot either Reno or joinery, so it's an unblockable Reno joinery as well, which is nice. I'm now going to realise the joinery's gone, aren't I? No, the joinery's still there. Hooray. So we've got 1 plough coming to us from Melon Patch. And we've got a bunch of unused spaces. Am I instead meant to take wood, Reno fence, and then major joinery, or Reno? Fascinating. I could still lose out on Animal Activist, by the way. Like the Animal Activists, this player, if they get 5 wood and stables, then they beat us on Animal Activists. So it's a 6-point move for them, minus 2 points to us. So it's a pretty big swing against us. This player may also just take Clay and Reno or something. They've only got 3 moves, which is nice. And they're not going to hit the Reeve unless they've got a Consultant or something. And even then, they're only hitting a medium Reeve. I think if they had a Consultant, which they don't, because we didn't see Cow Prince. But anyway, theoretically, if they had a Consultant, it would have already come down, presumably. God, I hate whale oil. I really think it's so bad. I mean, if you've got Brewery Pond, sure. You know, that's a combo. This is not a combo. Posty, what did Posty do? Just took veg. Sure. Posty's game just has completely fallen apart. There's no Reno pressure whatsoever. which makes me think I don't want a Renault joinery now. Punting with this hard is very sus. I mean, I've been saying that all game. I think it's completely and utterly wrong. No, I'm not gonna mince my words there. I think 4 wood might be the move here. Yeah, because I don't know if there's going to be wood piles. Yeah, I think 4 wood is the move. There's no pressure on the joinery or Renault whatsoever. So let's just take 4 wood. And then, do we lettuce patch? I think we do. We probably don't need to lettuce patch last time, but lettuce patch. I mean, we can still sow 3 veg in round 15. So there's no chance we're losing gardening ed here. No chance. No, I mean, there really is no chance because slurry is unblockable. We've already got all the animals. We've already got all the food. So we are very much... Yeah, we get 6 veg for garden head, so grain. What? Didn't 100% understand that, but you know. Yes, I will sow grain. I mean, I think having 4 veg in the ground is going to be enough for gardening head. So yeah. Right. Is bogs sowed veg a display bug with that small greenhouse question mark? Yes, but it's quite a cute bug. I quite like it. Basically, the question marks on the small greenhouse stuff persist. Do I need a good? I can't be bothered to work it out. Maybe, but it's meh, whatever. It's been there forever, but it's just quite fun. Like, it doesn't hurt the game at all when it kind of, you could almost keep track of the small greenhouse stuff. So you know, it is a bug, but I actually quite enjoy it as a bug. As bugs go, it's quite a nice one. Posty does not want to plow sow for some reason. I mean, I will. Oh, maybe was I meant to acquire a grain in case they didn't plow sow? Also, because it's a point. Yeah, maybe I was meant to acquire a grain. Still 4 food though at the end of the day. Posty is so hungry. I just hate how Posty has played this game so much, so much. But sure. I mean, I guess they're wondering if they need to take 6 wood. No, they're not wondering that. We plough or grow here, you assume. Yeah, what do we do here? Seaweed fertilizer, my goodness. The food intensity of their cards. Plough is a 3-point move, right? Because on the other hand, Bubblecat can't plough and they can grow. Yeah, they're both 3-point moves, but grow blocks Bubblecat and incentivizes them to 6. Well, am I ever meant to just take 6 wood to lock up the animal activist? Seems crazy. Gotta be grow. The thing about 6 wood is like, I'm considering lines like, I mean, I could also just fence just to complete Posty's misery, but that seems pointless. So 6 wood, 14 wood, 12 with the joinery, and then 3, so 9. So like 6 wood is actually not terrible. Like it comes down to, do I want a Renault fence? I quite like 6 wood, and then 6 wood, Ren fence, joinery, X. On the other hand, I suppose I can always take 4 wood and do all of those things as well. But 6 wood is nice. You don't like it for the major block risk. True, but the reason I like it is because it locks up Animal Activist. I really don't want to. I don't want Bubblecat to take 6 wood and stables. That would be really annoying. Where I think this guarantees animal activist, unless Bog wants to get frisky, which maybe they do. But taking 2 moves for 1 point just to deny me seems very wrong. Yeah, and they've got to plow anyway. You don't like it for the major block race. Yeah, true. No one can renovate. So, like, I guess the line I've taken, the next move for me is just major. Yeah, exactly. We just major now. There's no Reno block possible. Indeed. We're singing from the same hymn sheet. So yeah, Ren Fence is a 4-point move, and we do some other thing. I don't know what that other thing is. Soldier is sadly dead, for those who wanted it to be Soldier. Milking Parlor makes no sense because I've got a Droidery now. What's a move that gets me points? Not obvious. Bubble takes a sheep, that makes sense. We've only got 1 move left. Yeah, looks like we're good for the win here. Looks very much like we're good for the win. SP Milking Parlor is fine. Posty should be so far. Yeah, I just hate how Posty's played this so much. I think aggressively getting to 4 before me was... They just did not have the food to justify it. But even after that, the thing that I just never understood was why they were just not taking wood. It's not like it was really hard to get wood. Like there were plenty of rounds here. Well, I say plenty. There were at least a few rounds where they could have taken 3 wood last move, and they weren't taking it. And I just did not understand it. Didn't understand it. I assumed a wood carrier because why would you get yourself into round 14 with 4 wood and no fences? I just don't understand it. And I hope it's not too harsh for me to be this critical of an opponent. I mean, I'm pretty damn harsh on myself when I make big mistakes, but strategically it just doesn't seem right. You hope I fence the middle space for ugly style points. Oh, wait, hold on, no. Am I not just fencing these 3? Is that not... Oh, actually, you're right. Wait, are they the same amount of points? I guess they are the same amount of points. Are they? Yeah, they're both just 2 points. If they're both 2 points, I'll absolutely fence like that. Why not? It is 1 pasture. You said minus, but I assume you mean plus. 1 unused. Exactly. Whereas this is just 2 pastures. So yeah, no, you're right. It's the same. Okay, yeah, I can fence ugly. It's like a kind of nice pastures with this kind of weird growth on it. But I should actually, sorry, I should be working out what my other move is. What's my other move? I don't want to eat any animals. I've got 5 grain. And I will have a place to sow a grain, which will get me to 7. So I can eat a grain for free. So I am fed, basically. I've also got a joyery now, I think about it. What is the best move, then? You honestly think the best move is Milking Parlor? It probably is, actually. I can't see a better move, so let's just do that. At worst, it's a neutral move. So let's just do a neutral move. Now I've got food for days. Yeah. And then Ren Fence to complete a very, very weird game. Bubble's last move was 4 read for their basket maker. They haven't split out their cows yet. Now that I think about it, how does Bubble maximize their cow prints? 1, 2, 3, 4? But then where do you put the sheep? 1, 2... Yeah, I'm not... Oh, hay dryer. That's very cute. That's a nice way to come last in a slightly different way. Unfortunately, the stage one just killed Bog completely. But kudos to them for not quitting. and for playing this out in the face of disaster. So it turns out Bubble wasn't interested in animal activists, or maybe my sixth whip was just correct in that it stopped them even considering it. Posty, I mean, surely this is just cops and fence. I don't know why we're thinking fence before taking cops. Bot could have got a fence 12 by stage 2 and then Haydride. All the missed opportunities crazy. Yeah, getting Haydride out in round 14 when you played Animal Reef in stage 1 does seem a bit dubious, to be honest. And by a bit dubious, I mean disastrous. You think we can get away with sowing only 2 vegetable fields for more grain points? Very possibly. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of pressure on this gardening head official win, does it? So yes, I do agree. Posty, I don't know why they're not taking forward, but are they just starving? We're guaranteed garden with 4 exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's very difficult to get more than 4 for gardening, right? If you don't have a round 15 sow card like sower or slurry, because you have to have 4. Like you only get 1 per. I suppose actually, if you have like a cow patty or a tinsmith master, then yeah. But without a card like that, very difficult. Bait. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, Posty. Unfortunately, they've just had a disaster this game. Unfortunately. It happens. I've been there many times. But to be honest, though, I say they've had a disaster. They're still coming 3rd, so it could be a lot worse. Why didn't no one go for grain? I have no idea. This is not what I expected. I did not expect day labourer. What did I say? My move? Yeah, it's red and fence, obviously. And then we're going to fence ugly because why not? And we breed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We breed 9 and get another 2. So do we finish on 53? What do you mean this is hideous? What a beautiful farm. That's a lovely farm. This was a game. This was a game. You think 51? You may well be right. I don't know. I'm shell shocked from playing this game. The mug. It kind of looks like a mug. I was thinking it looked like a pint of beer, you know, with one of those with the handles, and this is the head of the beer, and here's the beer underneath. I'm going to call it the tankard. I have no idea what it's meant to be called. The mug looks quite nice. Yeah, you're right. It could be coffee or something, couldn't it? And Posty builds. What a spectacularly weird game. A German beer krug. Yeah, exactly. Very entertaining game. More marketing. Blah, blah, blah. Is that correct? Correct? Is that correct? No, stop telling me it's harvest. I want to put some spaces in and press enter. Do we want food? No. Do we want a plough? Yes. Okay, what's the ugliest plough? Here? Or there? I quite like the sort of, I don't know, there's something about that I enjoy. No, I don't want a lettuce patch. Okay, so let's see how many points I end up with. I've currently got 44. I wonder if Bog's going to come and say hello after this absolute, I don't even know what to call this game. Very weird game. We've got billions of food. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this game. I mean, one thing I'll say about this game is do not play whale oil. Okay, more precisely, don't play whale oil unless you are rated at least 500. It's just I basically never see it be good for anyone below 500, and that includes me, by the way. Like, it's just so difficult to get it right, and It's such a trap. Like, do not start in round 2 with whale oil. Just don't do it. Please. Please don't do it. Although they're going to come second, so what do I know? Maybe it was a brilliant move, and Whale or Canal Boatman got them second or something. I don't know. Also, what a sad Canal Boatman. Like, one use. You could have just taken grain and veg, but I guess it was a food because of the whale oil. It's just like, sure. When is Canal Boatman not sad? I think Canal Boatman is, believe it or not, I genuinely think Canal Boatman is underrated. I actually think Canal Boatman can be a perfectly reasonable thing to do sometimes. Looks like I was right at the dog. 53 in the end with his beautiful farm. Meanwhile, Bog begged one and then. Oh wait, what just happened? They exploded at the end there. They exploded at the end and. Wait, what? What? Yeah, I timed out. That's bad. I took far too long this game. Far too long. My bad. Posty actually, although I'm not the slowest player. I took almost 40 minutes, which is awful, and I apologise to the world, but not the slowest. Good night. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, just a wild game. What on earth was going on here? And Posty, I hate to say it, but they kind of deserve last. I mean, even the last round, I don't know what they were doing. Like, why is there 4 wood available and they only fenced 4? Was that really correct? Like, surely, I mean, it's a 3-point move. But this seed trader is just, I don't know. How have they ended the game with no grain when they have seed trader and, it's just, yeah, I don't know what happened to Posty here. They just never recovered from their bad food situation. And they spent the entire game from the point when they grew to 4 people just desperate for food. And they would have been a lot better off just ignoring everything other than just get their food sorted. Which, I mean, sometimes that you can say that about Agricola. Bubble Cat, you know, hi Bog. I would love to hear your perspective on that game because that was absolutely bananas. I mean, you saw a really good game with Angler and Canal Boatman. Angler Canal Boatman is legit, but yeah, you're still in shock. Yeah, you got caught in the crossfire of an absolutely bizarre. I was fuming. You know, if you watch this back, you'll see I was extremely unhappy with Teal. I mean, star player Whale Oil there was just absolutely ridiculous. Just a ridiculous move. And somehow they still got second. I've got to watch this start again. Whose perspective should we watch this from? I kind of want to watch it from Bubble Cat's perspective, to be honest, or maybe Bob Gill here actually. What does this game look like from your perspective? Like, hold on, what am I doing? Yeah, I'm being dumb. View game replay. Okay, so from Bog, so we're now Bog. All right, so we find Brewery Pond Pack 1. Hooray! We get the best miner. We get a first pick Reeve. You had double turn and nest site you wanted to start with. Okay, I just want to see what happens here. So we open the best cards, obviously. So this is looking okay. Interesting choice to play the Animal Reef that early and announce it to everyone. Then we get Hay Dry, Nest Site, Gardening Head is nice, Double Turn. Double Turn makes a lot of sense with Brewery Pond. So your goal here was just rush out a couple of arcs and then start Double Turn after a Brewery Pond proc or something? Yeah, we were very confused about why you didn't go for the first fireplace when it was handed to you on a platter by Bubble Cat. I didn't understand that because you had the 2 clay. Okay, and we've got some other cards which don't really matter so much. All right, so maybe hold on. Let me slow this down. Just next player's turn. Oh yeah, so we've got the first move of the game because in this world we're Bog. Okay, so let me remind myself of our hand here. We've got Reeve, Haydryer, Gardening Head, Second Spouse, Stone Sculptor. Okay, so opening Gardening Head just makes perfect sense. You expecting start in round 3, didn't Teal start first move? Let's remind ourselves of the insanity that ensued here. I have the third move and open with an Orc Acquirer. I just want the Acquirer in the game. Seems reasonable. And then Teal takes their first bananas move of just opening start player. Maybe I'm being harsh calling that bananas. I think opening start player in the 4th seat with Reed Haddatoad is not bananas. I don't like it, but, you know, I don't completely hate it. What I completely hate was what they did next round. But okay, it's bad for me, Alex, that is, not Bog. But you know, you can kind of squint and like it. So you now take 3 wood. That makes sense because we've got Haydryer and Animal Reeve. So yeah, we love wood. So getting an extra 3 wood action is just all right by us. Posty takes the correct move of 2 clay in the world where sheep flipped. I'm now very sad and just take food because I've got an acquirer and I really want food. And Posty should have noticed. Posty should have seen this move and thought, "Huh, Alex is taking 2 food rather than 2 wood. Alex is going all in on acquirer. Like Alex is going to highly value food moves. That's what Posty should have taken from that move. Foreshadowing." And Bobblecat gets the 2 wood, which I leave them because they don't want to open forward for some reason. Oh, okay. So now it's round 2. I take a veg because I don't have capacity for multiple animals. They open 2 reed, perfectly reasonable. Bog, your goal was get 2 ox down and then start player brewery. Now I understand it from your perspective, because from my perspective, obviously I didn't know you had brewery until later. Fine. So Reeve is defo wrong. I find the Reeve questionable because you're hoping to play brewery here. That makes sense. Then fish in round 3. Exactly. Yeah, you want to do standard things which would normally work in any reasonable game. Because you're a little bit hungry, but you got brewery pond. It all kind of makes sense. The mistake was round 3, not round 2. Isn't there a better orc to play? Let's have a look. So we've got Haydryer, Nutrition, Second Spouse, Stone Sculptor, Master Bricklayer. It's not obvious there is a better orc to play, to be fair, Cranes, right? I mean, the Ox are pretty ropey for early game, and we really want to get an Orc down. So I don't hate the Reeve. We do have Haydryer in hand. And I've come round to early Reeve. I used to think you should kind of hide Reeve till late as by default, but now I think it kind of warps other people's games in a quite pleasing way. Maybe Stone Sculptor, but we don't really want to take that many Reed Stones with Brewery Pond, right? So I feel like the Reeve is okay. So I just take 3 wood because, I mean, what else am I doing, kind of thing. Bubble then kind of surprises and kind of wrecks the entire table by taking star player here, rather than Orc. I mean, sure, this was the move that blew me. I will allow that. That seems like a reasonable phrase. My auto mod didn't like blew me. Yeah, the star player wearer here is just a train wreck. Like, I absolutely despise this move. For them, I mean. Obviously for me, I'm going 4th. For you, Bog, it's terrible. They've got Canvas Sack. You're right, Bland. I forgot. They've got Canvas Sack. They can just start play a Canvas Sack. Oh, man. Oh, it's just so bad. It makes me feel ill. They had Canvas Sack in hand. And then, oh no, you're so right, Bland. Like, that is just disastrous. But this is what confuses me, Bog, because 2 clay here is excellent. Like, I think this is a really good move, but it's a really good move because you're going to start first move round 3, right, for the sheep. If major, you now get the major, you now get the fireplace, but with that 2 clay move. So I think 2 clay is a great move. Posty takes the obvious move, which is the free Ox space with the 7th action, and takes a forward move. Makes a lot of sense. And so from my perspective, right, I'm getting absolutely destroyed here. Like, Bubble has started in rounds 1 and 2, which is just hideous, and I have a whole load of meh garbage moves that I can take. And I decide that this table is looking really hungry and it's pretty clear Bubble wants fishing. I don't know about your brewery pond, but I do know about whale oil. So I decide to punish the whale oil. I'm not terribly happy at this point, emotionally speaking, I mean. But also, I've got an Aquarius and I'm down to 2 food. So 2 food is just not an awful action for me. But so far, my game has been expensive Ock, um, day labor, 3 wood, 2 food fishing. So this feels very bad as a start. Um, but it now starts to feel even worse for everyone else. So 4 wood for Bubble Cat makes a lot of sense. They've got the first room, but this is the move I don't get. Like you've got the 2 clay. The major is coming here in the early sheet. You've got to start. You're also really hungry now. You just have to start here. And you've got Brewery Pond. I mean, this is start all day, every day. And unfortunately, Redstone I think costs you big time because Posty has to start for the fireplace now and does. If they don't start, I start for the fireplace. I mean, I'm 100% starting there if I'm allowed. They've got a trident which is perfectly nice 10 for them, and then I think I just take food again on the basis that, well, I mean, if everyone's going to disrespect food this much, I'm going to get food from my acquirer and just make everyone else pretty sad. Now you and Teal have got a big problem. I'm not that fussed about room parts with my acquirer. Um, you get fencing out, but don't you have to day labour here? Well, maybe you don't. Your next move was to deter. I see. You were hoping Posty wouldn't build the fireplace. Um, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So you're hoping they're not going to fireplace, but unfortunately they just are going to fireplace. We and then I do something which I kind of find quite cute, which is I force the day labour lazy bones to proc. Um, man, what a game! I won't go into this beyond stage 1, by the way, but I kind of just want to relive this because it's just such a wild game. So at this point, I've now got quite a lot of food, so I can start getting cows and stuff. So fine. Also, in hand, I know I've got melon patch, lettuce patch, so that veg is actually very useful for me. Posty does just snap the fireplace, possibly reasoning that you don't have time to take the sheep. Meanwhile, I am just thinking to myself, well, almost made you cry. I'm really sorry, but but from my perspective, like, I mean, again, like 3 wood, 2 reed, all of these are fine, but the table is dying, and I've got an acquirer, so yeah, I also, to be fair, I'm tilted here. I'm tilted, and I'm very much punishing this whale oil. I really am angry with Bubble Cat. I mean, I'm not like swearing and screaming or anything, but like I'm very much unhappy with Bubble Cat. So punishing Bubble, and I'm also thinking this is effectively a stable for me because I know someone's going to take day labor now. Bubble Cat does it. You reason, I think correctly, that you're going to be begging anyway. I suppose. Well, I say that, but why not read soon? I suppose you don't want to give the fireplace the 4 sheep. So you take the sheep even though you know it forces a beg, because Reedstone traveling is just so hideous. The only thing about Reedstone traveling is that at least, I guess it gives you room parts, but scant comfort. You go, I think, for the better move. Your brain was scrambled. Yeah, it was just a crazy ride. This stage 1. I get 2 reads, so my room parts are actually not looking too bad now. Stone Sculptor seems more correct the further we go than Animal Read. True, actually. If Stone Sculptor in played, then our game would look a lot better. Very true, as a possible food out. But it's hard to predict, though, all of this craziness happening. I mean, I am the Chaos Merchant. Um, you shouldn't expect people with no particular reason. I mean, I've got Acquire, but even so, my 2 food 3 moves really are wrecking the table here. And in hindsight, they don't actually wreck me. Like, I mean, I end up with 53, so like it kind of works out for me. And then I get my stable. I've now got 2 stables from day labor and build, and And yeah, you decide to take a 3.1 food move, which I think is quite reasonable. Minus 6 point beggars in stage one is just too painful. Was it a first pick then builder? It was not. So I'll leave the game there, but yeah, just wild. Let's just quickly look at this draft. But yeah, I hate how Bubble Cat played this game. I also hate how Posey played it. And to be honest, Bog, I kind of hate how some of your moves as well. It just felt like everyone was taking really weird stuff. Um, View game replay. So my first pick was Lazy Bones Slurry, and then I think I got Den Builder quite late, didn't I? You saw Den Builder, no? I take it fifth. You saw the Den Builder. You knew it was in the game, or you might have known it was in the game. I think Den Builder was in my first pack. My first pack had a whole variety of quite good orcs. It had Lazy Bones, Plowmaker, Gardening Head Official, Thresher. Your eyes lit up when you saw Reeve and you just ignored it. You picked Gardening Head Official over it, yeah. Which I think with the Reeve is correct, to be fair. I do think the Gardening Head Official is correct over Den Builder for the Reeve game. Anyway, what a crazy game. Just a wild return. I got the win somehow. Oh, just for fun, just quickly before I go. So you can see here are my 2 fourth places in a row. But this game was another absolutely wild game. So I come fourth here with 50 points, and lose 30 elo, which just feels so wrong. Feels so wrong to lose 30 elo with 50 points, but you know, I did. See if you can see if you can see how Pepicos does so well just from this game log. Shall I zoom in a bit so that the hideousness turns up? Love a hardware store. Steam Plow, Mountain Plowman. So far, so not broken. Excavator. Excavator hardware store. And then just for the paint train, Trap Builder as well. So yeah, Pepicos absolutely destroys this game with hardware store, excavator, trap builder, lover. They also get first fireplace and sheep flips in round 1. So if you want to watch someone having a really good time, by all means, watch this game from Pepicos' perspective. If you want to watch someone come last with childless and get 50 points, then watch it from my perspective, I guess. But anyway, we're heading up towards 11 o'clock now. Thank you very much, everyone. That was I don't know. I mean, it was a very enjoyable game. It was a crazy game, but I mean, certainly wasn't. Yeah, lover as well. You know what? Just for the hell of it, I should go to bed, but I will just quickly play this again until the brokenness becomes completely apparent. This is from Pepicos' perspective. So, lover hardware store. The second pack is actually not especially crazy. I mean, so far this is just fine, but then they find Excavator in pack 3, which is just horrible. There's nothing I can do about this, by the way. I don't see any of those first 3 packs. You're taking Trap Builder. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're thinking they wheel it, and they do. Yeah, my game is Childless Sleeping Corner, and it's all quite nice, but it's still only 50 points, and that's last place here. By the way, meanwhile, Broken 5-point BMW also has a pretty nice combo coming out soon. Broken 5 Victory Point BMW, which is a great name, by the way, they wind up with House Artist Clay supports. So, you know, that's also not great for me. I'm in the first seat somehow, but doing childless, so I'm in the first seat when I kind of almost don't need to be. But I go for the 3-wood start player line for the childless, getting 2 read. I mean, because I'm very convinced nobody's taking 1 read. Pepicos is in the 4th seat here, but gets an Orc and excavates for hardware store parts. You can kind of see where this is going. It doesn't go good places for me. I get my 2 read. Um, Jer's just enjoying getting good moves right after me while I'm doing childless stuff. An old miser comes out because they know they know they're going to have a big family. Now the trap builder pain starts. From my perspective, this game's going quite well so far. It does. I become a lot less confident when Hardware Store comes out. And you think Old Miser isn't good. I agree, but in certain situations it can be okay. Papico's now has fireplace parts and already very nice combo, which is about to become a lot more painful for me at least. Shares in the start seat, having stable treed and gets a pile of wood makes sense. Not quite sure why. Oh yeah, because Broken's going for Reno lines. Papico's of course now completes the hardware store disaster. And also guarantees himself the first fireplace. Let's not forget they've got Lover in hand, first pick, which nobody else has seen. Papigos just clicks the button for the rest of the game. Indeed, yes. It's not the most surprising line they now take, but it's highly effective. Jer's got Stable Tree Stall Right, which is also, it's like basically everyone has something lovely this game, and unfortunately my loveliness loses out. Papigos now starts getting, what is it? 2 stone, 2 clay, 2 wood, reed, and 2 food and a pig. So that seems like a pretty good button. And just to make things even worse, so I now start getting grain for my sleeping corner. Papigos gets fireplace first sheep pile. What a silly, silly game this was. But also, because they're going for lover lines, that opens up the grow queue, and I've got sleeping corner. Broken 5 victory point BMW is having a love. No, they scored 67 blind, not 57. Broken 5 victory point BMW has quite a good time with their house artist clay sports. So here I am thinking my game's actually going quite well here, but then it sort of does not. Oh yeah, I forgot they had Lodger as well, just for for reasons. Blah blah blah. Harvest. I think I'll just play this until the lover lands. So Papico's has a kind of uncontested sheep pile here, and grow is not early, which again is good news for Papico's. I thought this was bad news for Papico's. I thought Papico's wanted early grow. So I was quite pleased at this point. I was like, yeah, late grow is great for me. I've got childless, Oh, I was quite happy with my material delivery man. I got material delivery man down early because I could just see that this game was going to have an absolutely insane number of resources. And it turns into a pretty good material delivery man. Unfortunately, not good enough. I end up getting lots of clay from it, but Papikos is too fast for me and gets the no one building. Well, green's got the lodger out, so I guess there's no rush. My mat delivery man is already 2 wood and a clay 1 round after being played. Yeah, they got the lodger down. They don't care. They start with clay supports. I'm just waiting for the pain train to kick in here. Papikos gets handed 6 wood because why not? Oh, what a stupid game. There's also 8 clay hanging out on a hollow, by the way. Oh yeah, I forgot this. I'm quite happy at this point because my material delivery man gets a stone proc in round 6. I get 8 clay and a stone, so I really, really, really want the pottery here. But unfortunately, I'm just too slow. Like, Papikos just has all the moves in the world. Meanwhile, Jay's Stall Right Stable Tree is getting them a lot of value. Like, a lot of value. Broken 5 victory point BMW lives up to their name, naturally. Papikos can already start hoovering up the majors. I'm just desperately trying to get the pottery, so I take Reedstone just in case I manage to get it first move, round 7. I'm not growing if I get the pottery here. The pottery would be enormous. But as you will soon see, no dice. Papikos is a strong enough player to recognise the threat. But look at Papikos' game already. I mean, this is just hideous. They've got 12 wood, 3 stone, 3 reed, 5 clay. They've already got the well. They've got 3 people. They've got food and pigs coming to them already. It's just disgusting, their game here. Meanwhile, it's round 7. Yeah, they just snap pottery instantly. My material delivery man is already 3 clay, 2 wood, and a stone. You're surprised I didn't just plow for Sogro. I should. I'm praying for the pottery because I know that like the pottery would be huge for me here. The material delivery man loves the pottery. Anyway, now Broken Victory Point BMW explains a lot of what they've been doing, and you can so you can see what's going on here. Jay's got a 12 wood 4 stable stall right, stable tree combo. Papikos has got the nuts, and Broken 551 BW's got house artists, clay supports. So yeah, I take the joiner because there's clearly just a massive race on for the majors. But yeah, this ends up exactly as you might expect, with me in last, but with a 50-point last. So yeah, pretty wild game. And with that said, it's now after 11. Thank you all. If you're somehow watching without following, then follow. I have 49 followers. You would be the 50th. I feel like I've been on 49 for like a month. That's fine. It's all good. Who's counting? Me, but you know, whatever. That clay could have just been Renault Clover next age potentially, but anyway, it's history. It's history. I'm over it. This was a while ago. Since then, I've been to Oslo and had a lovely time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the start of the stream. 489. Okay, we're back on the path towards 550 again. Thanks all. It's been fun as always. Yeah, very fun one today. Crazy game today. And yeah, I will see you soon. Bye bye.